Line moves, the elevator stops.
So I don't need to say, it was truly wonderful speaking with you. Goodbye forever.
No, please don't say that.
Okay, so picture this. You step into an elevator. It's been a long day. You press the button for the lobby, the doors slide shut, silence settles in, and you can finally just exhale.
Oh, yeah.
But just as the doors are sealing, a hand reaches in. The doors bounce back open, a stranger walks in. And now it's just the two of you.
The dreaded moment.
Silence falls.
Yeah.
You're staring at the numbers changing. 1, 2, 3. And then the stranger turns to you, makes eye contact, and says, "Crazy weather out there, huh?"
The classic elevator scenario. For a lot of people, that moment isn't just a minor annoyance. It is absolute panic.
Oh, it's total panic.
Yeah.
Especially if English isn't your first language. Or, I mean, honestly, even if you're just an introvert, your brain starts racing.
Right.
Why are they talking to me? Do they want something? Are we supposed to be friends now? What do we even say?
And that creates this immense kind of disproportionate pressure. And that's exactly what we're digging into today. We're looking at a really fascinating source titled Mastering the Art of American Small Talk.
But it became clear pretty fast this isn't just a language guide.
No, not at all.
It's so much deeper. I'd argue it's basically a field guide to American psychology. It's not about vocabulary. It's about this hidden script that everyone in the U.S. just seems to know.
Precisely. And that's our mission for this deep dive. We aren't just teaching phrases. We are going to decode the unwritten rules, the do's and don'ts, and even the regional variations.
So you can turn that elevator moment from anxiety into, what did the source call it?
A tool for social survival.
A tool for social survival. I love that. So let's unpack the big question first, the why. Why do Americans even do this? Why can't we just stand there in silence? In, many parts of the world, silence is polite.
That's the crux of it. The source points to this really fundamental cultural belief in the U.S. Silence with strangers is seen as awkward.
Awkward. That's the key word, isn't it? It carries so much weight.
It does. In a lot of cultures, silence is a gift of privacy. It's respectful. But the source explains that in the U.S., you're sort of conditioned to believe that ignoring someone nearby is rude or cold.
So small talk isn't really about the weather.
No, it's a bridge. It's a way to acknowledge the other person's existence.
It's like a little biological ping, just a signal saying, hey, I see you. I'm not a threat.
That's a great way to put it. There's actually a term for this, it's called phatic communication.
Phatic communication. Okay, break that down for me.
It's basically any language used for social purposes, not for conveying actual information. Think about primates grooming each other.
Okay.
They're not just getting dirt off, they're bonding, they're maintaining social cohesion.
Yeah.
When an American says, hot enough for you, they don't really care about the temperature.
They're doing verbal grooming.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They are establishing a safety baseline.
That makes so much sense. It takes the pressure off of being, interesting.
Yeah.
You just have to be present. But here is the really tricky part, and where the source says the biggest misconception is friendly does not mean friends.
This is the thing that confuses people the most. There's this great analogy researchers use, the peach versus the coconut.
I've heard of this. Americans are the peaches. Right?
Exactly. A peach is soft on the outside. It's sweet, fuzzy, really easy to get to that first layer. That's the small talk.
Right.
An American will chat with you, smile, tell you a quick story, but then you hit the pit.
The pit.
And the pit is hard. It protects their private inner self. Just because you're in that soft peach flesh doesn't mean you've cracked the pit. You're not, invited to their wedding.
Whereas a coconut culture, maybe like Germany or Russia, is hard on the outside.
Right. Tough shell, no small talk. But if you manage to crack that shell, you're in. You're a friend for life.
So a coconut person meets an American peach and they think, wow, we're bonding. This is a real connection.
And then the American says, have a good one, and walks away forever, and the coconut person feels betrayed. They think Americans are fake.
But they're not fake. They're
functional. The source argues it's a surface-level interaction designed to be polite, not intrusive. It just makes waiting in line feel less heavy.
It's social lubrication.
Perfect way to describe it. You're just misreading the script if you expect more.
Okay, so if the goal is just polite acknowledgement, this verbal grooming, there have to be rules about what you can say. I'm assuming I can't ask the guy in the elevator about his credit score.
Definitely not. The source lays out some very strict unwritten rules. Rule number 1 is simple. Keep it light.
The safe
The
list.
safe list, yep. Weather, sports, the immediate environment, like the room being cold, and compliments.
Weather is the undisputed champion here. Beautiful day, looks like rain. Why weather? Is it just because we're all boring?
Huh, no, it's because it's the only thing you are 100% guaranteed to share with that person.
That's a good point.
You don't know their politics, you don't know if they like sports, but you are both standing in the same rainstorm. It's the lowest common denominator of human experience.
It's neutral ground, which means there's also a forbidden zone.
The don't list. This is critical. No politics, no religion, no salary details, no health problems, and no personal complaints.
So I shouldn't mention that my back is killing me and I'm worried about election results.
Absolutely not. You've broken the social contract. The goal is light and breezy. If you drag a stranger into your pain, you're oversharing.
It demands emotional labor, doesn't it?
That is the exact term. It shifts the burden to them. Small talk should be frictionless.
Which brings us to rule 2, matching energy.
Yes, think of it like a game of ping pong. You have to read the room. If they serve the ball, they're chatty, they ask a question, you hit it back.
But if they just give you one-word answers,
You don't keep smashing balls at them.
you let the ball drop.
Exactly. Reciprocity. If you push too hard when they're pulling back, you cross the line from friendly to annoying.
And one more rule here, the smile. This feels very American.
The smile is non-negotiable in this context. The source says Americans smile at strangers way more than many other cultures. It's that non-aggression signal again.
Because if you say nice weather with a completely straight face,
It's terrifying. The words say one thing, the face says I'm a threat. The smile aligns the audio and the video.
Okay, so light topics, match energy, smile. Now let's talk about the biggest trap of all.
Ah, yes. The how are you trap.
This causes so much confusion. Someone asks, hey, how are you? And your instinct is to, well, answer the question.
And that is the mistake. Grammatically, it's a question. Socially, it's a greeting. It's just another way to say hello.
So they don't actually want to know how I am.
Unless they are a very close friend, no.
Wow.
They do not want a detailed report on your stress levels.
Let's role play this. I'll be the person who takes it literally.
Hmm.
You be the American.
Okay, go for it. Hi there. How are you?
Well, honestly, I've been having this weird issue with my car. The transmission is slipping, and my boss is really on my case, so I'm barely sleeping.
And scene. See? I'm already backing away. You've made it heavy. You've handed me a problem.
It felt so awkward just saying it. Okay, let's do the correct version.
Hi there. How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Doing well, thanks. And that's it. That's the entire transaction.
So efficient. It's a verbal handshake.
Mm.
The source also mentioned a funny response, living the dream.
Yes. Living the dream is often said with a bit of a joke in your voice. It's a way to say I'm tired but surviving without actually being negative.
Sarcastic optimism.
That's a perfect description of the American workplace vibe.
I love that. Okay, so now we get to the field guide section of the source, because the rules change depending on where you are.
Context is everything. Different locations, different time limits, different scripts.
Let's start back in the elevator. High pressure, low time.
The source says you've got maybe 10 to 30 seconds, max. The script has to be functional or weather-based.
So, going down.
Yep. Maybe nice weather out there. Finally, right. And then the doors open, you say, have a good one. End of story.
Okay, now the grocery store line. This is medium time. 30 seconds to maybe 2 minutes.
The dynamic here is that you're both stuck. You're captives. So the source suggests the shared frustration tactic.
This is where you bond over how long the line is.
Exactly. But you complain lightly. Wow, Friday rush, huh? Or they should really open another register.
It creates a little alliance. Us against the line.
Yes. The source has a great example about the candy at the register. You can joke about the dangerous placement of the chocolate.
They put this here just to tempt me.
Exactly. It's safe, it's shared, it connects you without being personal.
Okay, my favorite one in the source. The dog park. The golden ticket of small talk.
It is the easiest scenario by far. You've got more time, maybe 2 to 10 minutes, but way less pressure. Why? Because the conversation is not about the humans.
It's all about the dogs. It's a triangle. Me, you, and the dog.
100%. You ask the breed, the age, the name. Is that a golden retriever? She's beautiful. How old is she?
So you can have a 10-minute conversation and not even know the other person's name.
And that is perfectly polite. It's actually preferred. If you start asking the human too many personal questions, it gets weird. Stick to the dog. The dog is the social buffer.
And one more, the coffee shop.
This is a mix, efficient but friendly. The best openers here are compliments or asking for a recommendation.
I love your bag, or what's good here.
What's good here is a power move. It validates them. It says, I trust your opinion. And people love giving their opinion on coffee.
So we're navigating these spaces. We're talking
Yeah.
about the weather. What are the major mistakes people make?
Well, the biggest one is just silence.
The stare.
If someone says, long line, huh? And you just stare forward. In American culture, that is aggressive. It says, you are not worth my time. You have to respond. Even a little or a nod.
You have to complete the circuit. It's like leaving someone hanging for a high five.
Exactly. Then there's oversharing too quickly. The source gives a great example. Nice weather. So, are you married?
Whoa, yeah. That's whiplash.
Way too fast. You went from the safe zone to the personal zone in 1 second. It triggers alarm bells. It shows you don't understand the peach pit.
And the third mistake is just pure negativity.
Yeah, complaining about your terrible day, it breaks that rule of lightness. You've made the interaction about you and your problems. It's selfish in that context.
Okay, so say I've done it all right. We talked about the rain. I complimented the dog. But now I need to leave. How do I get out? This part always stresses me out.
The source calls these exit strategies. And the good news is, small talk is designed to be temporary. It usually ends naturally. The line moves, the elevator stops.
So I don't need to say, it was truly wonderful speaking with you. Goodbye forever.
No, please don't say that. It makes it too significant. A simple verbal exit is best. Have a good one, nice chatting with you, or my personal favorite.
What's that?
Well, I should let you get back to your phone.
Oh, that is genius. It frames your leaving as a favor to them.
Exactly. Polite and an immediate out.
But what if I just don't want to talk in the first place?
The earbud maneuver.
The universal do not disturb sign.
Putting in headphones is the accepted signal for I'm not open to conversation. People will generally respect that.
And if you forget your headphones.
Busy body language. Stare at your phone, furrow your brow. Just don't make eye contact. Eye contact is the invitation.
Now, one thing the source points out, which is so important, is that these rules aren't the same everywhere in the U.S.
Right, it's a huge country. The culture of small talk shifts. What works in Georgia might fail completely in Manhattan.
Let's do a quick tour. The South.
The source calls it very chatty.
Like pack a lunch chatty.
Expect longer conversations, yeah. You'll hear phrases like, y'all have a blessed day, the pace is slower. Brushing someone off is seen as really rude.
Okay, moving up to the Midwest.
Extra nice. People will often help without being asked. It's friendly, chatty, kind of neighborly.
And then we get to the big outlier, New York City.
NYC is fascinating. The source is explicit. Less small talk, especially on the subway.
So if I start talking about the weather on the A train,
You'll get a look that says, are you crazy? Being polite in New York means being efficient, not wasting someone's time. Silence is often preferred in crowded spaces.
it's not mean, it's just a different set of rules.
Exactly. They value privacy in public because they have so little of it.
It's civil inattention,
That's the term. And finally, California.
the West Coast vibe.
Casual, friendly, but busy. You'll hear dude and like, it's a breezy kind of small talk. Friendly, but transient.
So we've broken all this down, but why does it actually matter? Is this just about not being awkward in an elevator?
It's definitely more than just manners. The source argues there's huge professional value here.
In the workplace.
Oh, absolutely. Small talk is the grease in the gears. It happens before meetings, in the hallway. Participating makes you seem approachable.
And if you don't?
You can be seen as difficult or transactional, just all business.
So asking, how was your weekend? Before a big presentation is actually part of the job.
It establishes trust. It says, we're humans first, workers second. It builds that psychological safety.
And what about that social testing idea?
Right. This goes back to the friendly versus friends thing. Small talk is the first step. It's how Americans test the waters.
It's like a demo version of a friendship.
That's a great way to put it. You play the demo level before you buy the full game, and if the demo is bad, you don't buy the game, you just keep it at the weather level.
And finally, it's just about confidence.
For sure. Mastering this takes the anxiety out of everyday life. You don't have to dread the grocery store. You have the cheat codes.
Which is a huge relief.
Yeah.
So let's recap the main takeaways.
Sure. 1, keep it brief, keep it light, remember the peach. 2, weather is your best friend. 3, how are you is just hello.
Don't forget 4, smile. It's a non-aggression pact.
And 5, match their energy. Don't play tennis against a wall.
And if all else fails, the earbud maneuver is your escape hatch.
The ultimate backup plan.
Before we go, I want to leave everyone with a final thought. We've established that most of this is surface level. But how can you tell if someone actually does want to be more than just a stranger?
I think there's a clue. And it goes back to that how are you trap. Next time you're in a conversation, pay attention to the listening ratio.
Is listening ratio?
Yeah. If someone asks how you are, listens to your good thanks, and then immediately pivots to the weather. That's just friendly. That's the script.
Standard operating procedure.
But if they ask a follow-up question based on what you said, if you say, I'm a little tired, and they actually pause and ask, oh no, long week.
Ah,
That's the clue. That's the difference between someone filling the silence and someone trying to build a bridge. The clue isn't in how much they talk, it's in how much they listen.
test the waters. See who's actually listening. That's a great takeaway. Thanks for diving in with us.
Always a pleasure.
See you next time.